All right, so Oleksandr Usyk got a fight with Maurice Briedis at the end of this month, and it's all part of this tournament at cruiserweight, which I happen to think the cruiserweight division. It's not the best. To me, it's the most exciting weight class right now. The light heavyweight division has a chance to top it because there's a lot of good fighters entering the mix there. A lot of them from Eastern Europe, which I believe as a whole has some of the best boxing right now. Now, I don't claim to watch every boxer or every boxing events across the world, so this is just from what I'm seeing now. So Usyk, who you know, what can you say about this guy? I mean, he's an exciting fighter to watch for me. I mean, 6'3", a southpaw that can move the way he does, the athletic ability he has as a boxer, right? Being athletic as a boxer, and how it translates to his overall boxing skills is pretty amazing. Is developing a reputation. He's developing a reputation as a road warrior. Taking on these big fights on the road. Right. We know that he fought for his first title, the WBO, against the WBO champion at the time, Glowacki, in Poland. Now, granted, if anybody knows about Eastern Europe, you know that the Ukraine is not too far from, it's not that far from Poland, but it's still Glowacki's hometown, and I'm sure Usyk has some fans in the building, but it's still Glowacki's hometown, so he had to win the fight pretty convincingly. Now, this is just my opinion. I think that when it comes to judging fights and the way they referee fights in that part of the world, I think it's one of the most fair, if not the most fair way of dealing with boxing, right? But you still have to go in there, and if you're Usyk, you have to assume that you have to come out with a convincing win. And he did that against Glowacki. He was undefeated. Then he also did it against Marco Huck to start off this tournament out in Germany, where he stopped Huck. Now, yes, Huck is going into that fight. He's past his better days, but the performance was excellent, right? The performance was excellent. I think Usyk is another guy, pound for pound wise, like a Lomachenko, where his power is somewhat underrated. When he sits on punches, right, and I want to think of what fight was that. You can go to the Glowacki fights at times where he sat down on some punches, where he had to, exchange with Glowacki, and he got his attention, or at least kept him honest. And you can also see it against Michael Hunter. You can say what you want about Hunter, but he had to sit down on some of those punches and stand there and fight, and was able to hurt Hunter, and we saw it also with Huck. So his power is a little underrated. We know he's gonna fight Maurice Briedis, of Latvia, and he's gonna fight him there. That's the way I understand it. Again, another Eastern European fighter. That's what we're seeing from a lot of these guys, that they're fighting on the road. And in this case, he's fighting another Eastern European fighter in his country, right? His state, his country, whatever. Part of the ex-Soviet bloc. So it's intriguing to watch this guy. He's a fun fighter, at least for me, to watch. With his footwork, his combinations, and like I said, him being 6'3", and with that kind of movement, he's pretty special to watch. I think he's going to win this tournament. But this is a fight that, you never know. He could lose this fight. right? If it's a fight's close, it's a close fight. One of those 50-50 kind of fights. Breeders could end up walking away with that decision. So that's kind of pressure on a guy like Usyk to go in there and win convincingly, which I think he will. I think he will win this fight pretty convincing. But yeah, it is intriguing to watch Usyk, and it's also fun in terms of how he's willing to put it on the line and put this pressure on himself to go in there and come out with an excellent performance in order to win this fight. Or maybe he's just that confident he knows he can beat all these guys. So either way, we're gonna find out, right? Because boxing, you don't play boxing. You have to fight. Someone can have you as the favorite. The boxing world can have you as a favorite. You never know until you actually get inside that ring. And like I said, I think some of the best fighting is coming out of that part of the world, of Eastern Europe. And I have no ties to Eastern Europe, right? I'm not from there. So I'm just telling it like it is as a boxing fan. And I don't claim to watch all boxing across the world. This is just my opinion. Anyway, that is my video. Let me know what you guys think about the tournament. Who do you think will win? I say it comes down to Usyk and Gasayev. Peace.